Hey everybody, thanks for joining me for class today. We're going to be doing a beginner's level 45-minute Vinyasa flow. Working up to headstand certainly doesn't mean you have to go upside down today. We're going to begin on our backs. You can bend the knees, slowly roll down. Have the knees bent, feet flat, knees knocking in towards one another. If it's comfortable, I'll invite you to have a hand on the belly, a hand on the heart. If that's no good, perfectly fine with the arms down by the sides. You can close the eyes or you can keep them open, but just start to settle in here. Pay attention to the rhythm of your natural breathing. Notice what the quality is like, where you're breathing, through the nose or more through the mouth, depending. Simply awareness without attachment. Noticing any places of tension that you feel in the body commonly will be tense in the face, so invite the jaw to unclench, the jaw to soften, the teeth to unclench, and the forehead to relax as well. As you're breathing here, maybe you'll begin to deepen your inhales and slow down your exhales. Maybe beginning to introduce a longer and a deeper breath here. If you're familiar with Ujjayi Pranayama, you could introduce that, but because it's a beginner's class, let's just focus on having even in length inhales and exhales, in depth as well. And then just wanted to take a moment to thank a teacher that I've found has recently passed, a virtual teacher of mine, Leslie Fightmaster from Fightmaster Yoga. I highly recommend you check out her YouTube page. I've received the sad news that she passed this past Sunday. So this practice is definitely dedicated to her. She got me on my mat a lot in college with her videos. So if you haven't, let's start to make some movements, reawaken the body. Go ahead and pick the feet up, hug knees to chest, gently rocking side to side here. And then we'll take a moment, quickly set an intention for practice here. Anything that you'd like to offer this practice to, or something you'd like to gain or lose from your time on the mat, something to bring meaning to your time on the mat here. After intention has been set, bring the knees to tabletop position, and then start to press the hands, the palms, into your knees. Press the knees right back into your palms and start to feel a little resistance and fire in your belly. Be mindful that your low back is completely flat on the ground here, and the head can be relaxed. And then exhale, gently release that. Bring your feet on the ground, arms down by the sides. On your inhale, slowly begin to curl the tailbone towards you. You'll feel the hips start to lift as you press into the feet. And one vertebra at a time, begin to lift the hips a little higher. Going into a bridge pose, you don't need to find full extension. We're just getting the legs warm and the spine moving. Exhale slowly, just as slowly as you came up. Roll back down one vertebra at a time. Really uncurl all the way, feel the tailbone lift or the low back arch a little bit, and then inhale, curl the tailbone towards you, lift the hips any amount. Matching breath and movement, exhale, slowly roll back down all the way. And then we'll do that one more time. So inhale as you lift, try to again match that breath and movement. Inhale the entire time that you're lifting. Exhale, slowly roll back down. And then one more time, bring your knees to tabletop position. Press the palms into the knees, knees into the palms. Inhale. As you exhale, you can keep the head on the ground. If you want to, you can lift the head, gaze down towards the navel. Again, not a lot of movement here, but you might even start to shake a little bit. I did. Low back is completely flat. Breathing here. Inhale. As you exhale, release there, and then taking a couple of rocks up and down to come to seated. If this is painful for you, no need to rock. Just roll off onto your side and slowly press up. But we'll come forward into a child's pose after this. So widen the knees as much as you're comfortable with. Send the hips back towards the heels. Your hips might not touch the heels. That's okay. Forehead towards the ground. Again, your forehead might not touch the ground. That's also okay. We will extend the arms out in front of you for now. Just start to Reach forward with the hands, back with the hips. As you inhale, start to walk the hands over to the right side of the mat and be mindful. Try to keep your hands shoulders distance apart here. And of course, shoulders down away from the ears. Exhale. And then as you inhale, come through center to the other side. Walk the hands to the left, keeping the hands shoulders distance apart. And as you inhale, come on through center. And then as you exhale, let's rise up to a tabletop position, hands and knees. I'm sorry, we're going to snake through. Come to lie on your belly first. We'll do cat and cows after. First, lying on the belly, legs long. Bend the elbows, hands right under the shoulders. Inhale, peel the chest, lift the head for a low cobra. Keep the toes pressing down behind you. Exhale, lower. Again, inhale, another low cobra, or if you wanted, high cobra. Come higher. Keep a bend in the elbows and the legs long behind you on the mat. Exhale to lower down. And then tuck your toes. Exhale, press into the hands. And now, I believe, yep, we'll stay in tabletop position. 2 rounds of cat and cow here. As you inhale, arch the spine, lift the gaze any amount. As you exhale, round the back, chin to chest. Really push the earth away with the hands. One more time. Inhale, come forward any amount. Arch the spine, lift the gaze. Again, moving, breath and movement, linking those together. Exhale, round the back, chin towards chest. Inhale, come on back to a neutral tabletop position. From here, walk the hands about a palm print in front, tuck your toes, lift the hips for downward facing dog. Now, I was practicing in the morning, so my hamstrings were not warm at all almost, so I kept a bend in my knees here. You're welcome to do the same. Have a bend in the knees if the legs are tight. If your shoulders feel tight here, turn the fingers towards the outer corners of the mat. Top corners, top right and left corners for the fingers. If the shoulders are tight, you're welcome to be moving here. Any movements that feel nice, bending the knees, nodding the head, maybe swaying the hips side to side. Taking long inhales and exhales and reestablish that breath if you need to, in case you've lost your smooth breathing, which is fine, which will happen, just always coming back to it. And then inhale, come on up to your toes, bend the knees, gaze forward and slowly walk your feet behind the wrists, forward fold. Deep bend in the knees here as you let your head be heavy. You might be using blocks already under your hands, that's fine. Inhale, take a halfway lift and bring your fingers to the shins as you keep the gaze down so your neck stays long. Exhale, fold back over the legs. And then really bend the knees deeply, sink the hips down, let your arms hang as you inhale, rise to standing. Take your time rising, uncurling one vertebra at a time, head's the last to come up, and then you might roll the shoulders up, down, and around. Stand tall with the palms facing towards the front of the mat. Inhale, reach your arms out to the sides and up as you look up. As you exhale, forward fold over your legs, bending the knees as needed. Inhale, take a halfway lift, lengthen your spine. As you exhale, bend knees, plant the hands first, then bend your knees to come to tabletop position. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower down onto your belly. My knees are down. Yours are welcome to be down. Inhale, low cobra or high cobra. And then as you exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. We'll take 2 breaths here in your downward dog, and just always knowing that you can take a rest or a break whenever you need. You have the luxury. You can press the pause button, join whenever you're ready. For now, we'll move on. Inhale up to your toes. And as you exhale, bend the knees, walk, or if you want, if you're ready, hop the feet up. Not necessary. Walking the feet behind the wrists, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen, fingers to the shins. Exhale, forward fold. As you inhale, press down through the feet as you rise all the way to standing. Again, letting the arms hang, sweeping the arms out and up. And then exhale, hands back to the heart. Another Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up, lift the gaze, touch the palms. Exhale, forward fold over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana, lengthen your spine. Exhale, bend the knees, step back. Maybe this time to plank, maybe still knees are down. As you exhale, lower halfway or all the way. Inhale, back bend of choice, low cobra, high cobra, or could be upward facing dog if you're ready, and then exhale to downward facing dog. And also knowing that you can skip any vinyasas that you'd like to, modify them as you need to. Breathing here in down dog. As you inhale, rise to your toes, bend the knees, gaze forward. Exhale, walk the feet up by the hands, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, press down through your feet as you rise all the way to standing, reaching the arms out and up. And then exhale, hands to heart. Last one, inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, bend the knees, step back, plank pose. Knees could be up or down. Exhale, lower, halfway or all the way, chaturanga. Inhale, back bend of choice, low cobra, high cobra, or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And you can always drop the knees as you make the transition from upward facing dog to downward facing dog, especially as you're building the strength in the legs, because it does take a lot of leg strength to go from upward dog with the legs lifted to downward facing dog. Inhale, rise to your toes, bend the knees, gaze forward. Exhale, walk the feet up. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, press down through the feet, rise to standing, reach the arms up, lift the gaze, touch the palms. Exhale, hands come to hearts. And we're adding on here. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, you're welcome to take a vinyasa here, stepping the feet back, lower halfway or all the way, or skipping again, as always. Skip any chaturangas that you'd like to. Exhale, hips up and back, down dog. Inhale, we'll step the right foot up by the hand. And lower the back knee down, left knee comes down. You can keep the toes tucked or untuck them, up to you. You might fold the left edge of your mat over for more padding and more support for your left knee. On an inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, settle into your low lunge. Notice that my right knee's right over the ankle. And then inhale, lean forward. Place the left hand down as you reach the right arm up for a twist. Looking up if that's okay for your neck, although it's fine if you're keeping the gaze down. Also helps for balance and stability to keep the gaze down. Exhale, unwind from your twist. Tuck the left toes and then step your right foot back to plank pose to either take a vinyasa or just holding plank pose for a breath if you'd like, and then lifting your hips for downward facing dog. Holding plank for just one more breath, and then exhale, lift the hips, downward dog, and then inhale, other side, step the left foot up by the hand. Lower the back knee down, low lunge. Inhale, reach the arms up. Again, left ankle is right under the knee. Back toes tucked or not, up to you. And then again, if you want extra padding for the right knee, fold your mat over. As you inhale, start to lean forward, place the right hand down, open the left arm up for a twist. Inhale here, get longer in your spine. As you exhale, unwind, bring the hand down, left hand comes down. And then we'll be doing some shoulder taps from here. So up to you whether or not you keep the knees down. We'll bring the right hand, tapping the left shoulder. Place the right hand on the ground, left hand, right shoulder. Your knees could be lifted here, continuing to alternate right hand, left shoulder, left hand, right shoulder. One more time each side, right to left, left hand, right shoulder. From your plank pose, you can take a vinyasa. Knees could be up or down, or always the option. Lifting the hips for down dog. Right away, skipping any vinyasas. Come back to a steady inhale and exhale here. Evening out the breath, soft face and jaw. Reconnect with your intention as well. As you inhale, rise to your toes, bend the knees, gaze forward. Exhale, walk the feet up. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, press down through your feet, rise all the way to standing, sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, bring hands to heart. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, forward fold over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, plant the hands, bend the knees, step back, take a vinyasa. Exhale as you lower. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, downward dog. This time, inhale, reach your right leg up and back. As you exhale, bring the right elbow. Maybe it touches, maybe it doesn't. Inhale, re-extend the right leg. Exhale, bring the right foot up by the hand. This time, keeping the back knee and heel lifted. Inhale, rise the torso, crescent lunge. If you feel tightness in your low back here, bend your left knee, the back knee. Either keep the knee bent or re-extend. With the arms reaching up here, get long, and then inhale, exhale, bend the elbows, cactus them behind you, and either hook your thumbs here, interlace your fingers, or maybe you're using a strap to help bind the hands. That's also a good way to use the props for a back bend here. You could also do reverse ragdoll, bending the elbows behind you if just interlacing is too much. And then on an exhale, release the arms back up towards the sky. As you exhale, bring the hands down and step the right foot back to downward facing dog. Other side. Inhale, lift your left leg, three-legged dog. As you exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, re-extend your left leg, three-legged dog. Exhale, left foot by the hand, crescent lunge. Again, back knee and heel lifted, unless there's any reason that you need to drop it, in which case you're perfectly welcome to reach the arms up. Inhale. And then as you exhale, finding a bind behind you, either reverse ragdoll, maybe clasping the thumbs, interlacing the fingers, or again, use a strap to bind. That works as well. Roll the shoulder blades back, open the heart. Maybe look up if that's okay for your balance. On an inhale, release the arms back up to the sky. Exhale, bring the hands down. Step your left foot back to downward facing dog. Even out your breath here. Open the mouth maybe on an exhale to release some heat and tension. One more cycle of breath. Next inhale, come to your toes, bend the knees, gaze forward. Exhale, walk the feet up. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, press down through your feet, rise to standing. And exhale, bring hands to heart, Samastitihi. Walk forward, we'll step back with the left foot, turning the left toes out towards the left side of the mat. Reach the arms out, right toes still facing the front of the mat. Exhale, bend your right knee into warrior two. Inhale, re-extend the right leg. Maybe walk the back foot back if you need a wider stance. And then exhale, rebend and settle into warrior two. Reach out through the arms. Gaze over your front fingertips here. And then inhale, lean back, reverse warrior. Right arm reaches up, left hand is soft on your back leg. Avoid pressure on the knee. Make sure the front knee is still open towards the pinky toe side of the foot. Inhale, lean forward and rest your right forearm on the thigh as you reach the left fingertips up and over towards the front of the mat. Continue to bend into your front knee and gaze up if that's okay for your neck. Inhale, return to warrior two. As you exhale, straighten your left leg, straighten your right leg. We're going to switch sides here. So now left toes face the back of the mat. Right toes are parallel with the front of the mat. Exhale, bend your left knee. Inhale, straighten, maybe walk your stance wider. Exhale, bend the left knee into warrior two. Still gazing over your front fingertips here. And root it into your back foot. On an inhale, lean back, reverse warrior, left arm reaches up, back hand is soft on the back knee. On an inhale, slide forward to side angle. Left forearm comes to thigh, reach the right fingertips up and over. Again, maybe you'll look up towards the top arm, or maybe you're gazing in front of you or down at the floor even. Back foot is still rooted, still bend into the front knee, soft face and jaw. Inhale. Exhale, come back to warrior two. Now straighten the both legs, turn the toes towards the long edge of the mat. Bring your hands to the waist. Inhale. As you exhale, forward fold. You might want to grab a yoga block here to have right underneath your face. We're going to twist in a moment, but for now, just enjoy the forward fold. Let your head be heavy. Maybe arms or hands are on that block already as a modification. That's fine. Hug outer hips, inner thighs. Turn on the legs so that you can safely fold without overstretching. And then inhale, take a halfway lift. Grab that block, exhale. Bring your right hand to the block. Inhale, reach your left arm up for a twist. Make sure your hips are level here. And it might be, again, too much to gaze up, so just keep gazing down rather. And then exhale, unwind from that side. Inhale, take a halfway lift. And then exhale, switch sides. Left hand to the block, right arm reaches. Keeping your hips level. Still hugging outer hips, inner thighs. The legs are really strong and active here. Exhale, unwind. Inhale, once again, take a halfway lift. And then as you exhale, stay low. You're going to pivot on your heels and then come back to the front of the mat. Step your right foot back to downward facing dog. Breathe. Steady inhales and exhales. Inhale, rise to your toes. Bend the knees, gaze forward. Walk the feet up by the hands. Exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, press down through the feet and rise to standing. And we'll find chair pose next here. Inhale. And then as you exhale, bend the knees, fingers reach down and up. Now remember, instead of toes touching, you could have your feet hips distance here. As you exhale, forward fold. Inhale, take a halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, bend the knees, step the feet back, either take a vinyasa or just go to downward dog right away. Inhale, back bend if you're in a vinyasa. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, lift your right leg, bend the knee, and stack your right hip open on top of your left hip. If you'd like to, circle the knee or maybe the ankle here. That's an option. Keep the weight even through your hands and the right shoulder pretty level with the left shoulder. Inhale, level the hips off. Exhale, right foot up in between the hands now. Spin your left heel down and cartwheel the arms open for warrior one. As you inhale, again, lean back, reverse warrior, right arm up, left arm soft on your back leg. Exhale, bend into your front knee deeper. And then inhale, slide forward, side angle, right forearm to thigh, left arm overhead. On an inhale, you'll straighten the right leg as you once again lean back, this time reverse triangle. And then bring the torso up so the arms are teed out. I like to shorten my stance here. You can walk your back foot in a bit. And then inhale, start to lean over your right thigh. A block will come in handy here. Bringing the right hand down onto the block on the pinky toe side of the foot, or maybe on the big toe side, but ideally with the hand on the pinky toe side of the foot, the chest is open towards the side wall. And then reach your left arm up, maybe gaze up. Press down into your feet and then look down at your right hand. Bring your left hand down and then we're going to drop your left knee down. Step the right foot back and find a modified side plank. If you'd like to take traditional side plank with the bottom knee lifted, you're more than welcome to. You can stagger the feet as an option and then reach the right arm up. Again, maybe gazing up. Nothing wrong with having the left knee down for support though. And then bring the right hand down, step the left foot back. Either take a vinyasa or lift your hips for downward dog. And we'll do the other side. Inhale, lift your left leg. Exhale, bend the knee. Stack your left hip open on top of the right. Add in any extra movements that you'd like to here. Circle knee or the ankle. Inhale, level the hips off. Exhale, bring the left foot in between the hands now. Warrior two, spin the right heel down. Cartwheel the arms open. On an inhale, lean back, reverse warrior, left arm up, right hand soft on the back knee. Exhale, bend into your front knee deeper. Inhale, lean forward, side angle, left forearm to thigh as you reach the right arm up and over. Inhale, lean back, reverse triangle, straighten the left leg as you reach the left arm up and over. And then exhale back to triangle pose, shortening the stance here if you'd like to. Soft bend in the front knee. Inhale, lean over your left thigh. Exhale, left hand comes down to a block on the pinky toe side of your left foot. Reach the right arm up, maybe gaze up towards the right hand. Steady breaths, strong energy in the legs, hug leg muscles to the bones, and then look down at your left big toe. And then place the right hand on the ground. You're going to have to spin that back heel all the way around so it faces the other direction. Right knee on the ground, step the left foot back, modified side plank. Right hand down, left arm lifted. Again, the option to lift your bottom knee, maybe take a staggered stance, or you could stack the feet if you're there. Again, option to drop the right knee down, however. And then exhale, left hand to hip, look down, place the left hand down, either take a vinyasa, exhale as you lower, inhale, back bend, or just exhale, go right to downward facing dog. And then just adding on one more time to that sequence. Inhale, reach the right leg up. Exhale, bend the right knee, stack the hips open, scorpion dog. Maybe more space the second time around. And then inhale, level the hips off. Exhale, right foot in between the hands, spin the left heel down, warrior two. Inhale, lean back, reverse warrior. Exhale, bend the front knee deeper. Inhale, lean forward, side angle. Exhale, reach the left arm up and over. Inhale, lean back, reverse triangle, straighten your right leg. Exhale, come up for triangle pose and shorten your stance, having the block on the pinky toe side of your right foot. Inhale, lean over the right thigh. Exhale, bring the right hand down to that block. And then we'll transition to half moon pose. Bring the left hand to your waist. Look down at your right big toe. Bend your right knee as you bring your left toes forward, picking up your left leg. Flex the left toes towards the side wall. This is an open hip posture. And maybe you'll re-extend the right arm. Gaze down for balance. If you feel steady, you can start to turn the gaze to look up towards the top hand. Again, strongly press into your standing leg. And then start to rebend the right knee, land your back foot, left foot in warrior two, and then cartwheel the hands down. Again, side plank with the left hand down. You're going to have to spin the left heel to the other side, step the right foot back, side plank, Vinyasa with the right arm lifted. You can take a different modification here, or version here if you'd like to. Bring your block to the other side as you bring the right hand down, either chaturanga or just lift your hips for downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg. Exhale, bend the knees. Stack your hips open. And then inhale, level off the hips. As you exhale, bring the left foot forward, warrior two. Spin the right heel down, cartwheel the arms open. Inhale, lean back, reverse warrior, left arm up. And then exhale, bend the front knee deeper. Inhale, lean forward, side angle, forearm to thigh, right arm overhead. Inhale, lean back, reverse triangle, straighten your left leg. Inhale, come up for triangle pose, shorten your stance as you exhale, grabbing the block, placing that on the pinky toe side of your left foot. Inhale, lean over your left thigh. Exhale, left hand comes down to that block. Right hand to your waist, look down at the left big toe. Start to bend your left knee. Drag the right toes forward and pick the right foot up. Again, toes are flexed towards the side wall, right side wall. You can keep the right hand on your waist. If you'd like to, you're welcome to re-extend the top arm. Gaze down for balance, or maybe start to gaze up towards the top hand. And then start to look down again. If you looked up, rebend your left knee, landing the back foot in warrior two. And then bring the hands down, right hand down, spin the right heel around, step the left foot back, reach the left arm up, side plank. Variation of choice, bottom knee could be down. You might be doing a more advanced variation. That's great too. Exhale, bring your left hand down, either Chaturanga Dandasana or Adho Mukha Svanasana, Downward Dog. Once you're back in Downward Dog, again, steady your breath, soften the face and jaw, open the mouth on an exhale, release some heat, sigh it out. If you're at home right now, you can be as loud, sighing as loudly as you need to be. Inhale, rise to your toes, bend the knees, gaze forward. Exhale, walk the feet up. Inhale, take a halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bend the knees, chair pose, Utkatasana, reach the arms up. As you exhale, rise to standing. Now is the time in the practice to practice our peak pose, headstand. So if you need to practice by a wall, now is your cue to pause, move your mat to the base of a wall, and then set yourself up. Not needing any props for this one today, so you'll just need your mat. And then once you're up, once your mat's where you need it to be, go ahead and come down onto your facing the mat. First, if you need a visual for how to find the crown of the head, you'll place your palm on the forehead, and then where your middle finger reaches on the skull, that's typically where they say the crown of the head is. And then come on down, facing the wall now to your knees and elbows. With the forearms parallel first, bend your arms, your hands towards one another, grasp the opposite bicep. That's how you'll know if your hands or your shoulders, elbows are right under the shoulders. First, then from your forearm, from your hands and forearms, knees and forearms, lift the knees, and then walk your feet forward into dolphin pose. Now, if this is challenging for you, then you're just going to stay here working on and getting familiar with the feeling of the hips over the shoulders and building strength in the arms. And then after that, we'll practice a child's pose to come down for just a moment. And then if you're going to go into a headstand, again, you can practice dolphin pose with the hips lifted, forearms down. If you're going to practice headstand, you'll interlace the fingers, tuck your bottom pinky under, bring the head down, and then start to lift your knees. And then just kicking here, picking one foot up, taking some hops until you start to feel your lifted leg find the wall behind you. Once your foot finds the wall behind you, you're going to lift both of your feet, bend the knees, and tuck your tailbone under. And then you might practice re-extending either one or both of your legs. Really point through your toes, and only about 20% of the weight is on your head. Ideally, 80% of the weight is in your forearms. Bring the legs down, rest in a child's pose in between. Some reasons that you should not go upside down: high blood pressure, history of stroke or heart disease, if you're in your pregnancy after your first trimester, if you have glaucoma, an upper neck injury or pain, or if it's your ladies' vacation, these are all reasons that you should probably not go upside down in this manner. However, legs up the wall is a perfectly fine inversion without all the headache and the work. If you're going for it, another headstand. Interlace the fingers, tuck the bottom pinky under, and then maybe kick up with the opposite leg this time. It would be just a little bit closer to the wall than I am if this is a new practice for you. And then once you've found the wall behind you, bend your knees, tuck the tailbone under so you're not overarched in your spine, and maybe you'll re-extend one or both of your legs. Again, only 20% of the weight on the head here. The rest is in the forearms. And slowly curl the knees in, lower down. And then rest in a child's pose. And be grateful for your efforts, no matter how they turned out, good or bad. We're simply awareness without attachment on our yoga mats. Just being grateful that we can move, most importantly. Just resting and breathing here in your child's pose. You can certainly stay longer if you'd like to. If you move to a wall, you might move your mat back depending, how your space works out in your space, moving the mat back to where we started. And then go ahead and join me in Tadasana. That's just standing mountain pose at the top of your mat. And we'll definitely start to cool things down here now. Bring hands to prayer, maybe close the eyes, reconnect with your intention and breath. Inhale, reach the arms out and up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, take a halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, bend the knees, step back to downward facing dog. And a breath here. As you exhale, ripple the spine forward to plank pose and then lower the knees, come down onto your belly for some back bends. Extend the legs behind you, untuck the toes, bring your arms down by the sides, let the forehead rest on the mat. On an inhale, lift the legs, lift the arms for locust pose. Reach back with the big toes, forward with the crown of the head. Press your pubic bone down as you lift your belly away. Inhale, get taller. And then as you exhale, slowly lower down, turn the head, let one ear rest on the mat for a moment. And we'll do one more round here. Option to keep the arms down by the sides. If you want a little more of a challenge, you can reach the arms in front of you, biceps in line with the ears. On an inhale, lift your arms, lift the legs, any amount at all. Again, press the pubic bone down as you draw your belly away. Use your glutes and your hamstrings to lift the legs here. Inhale, lift. Exhale, keep that lift. We'll be here one more breath. Inhale. As you exhale, swim the arms down and then turn the head opposite ears. Ear rests on the mat. And then bend your knees and windshield wiper the legs from side to side. Release your back a little more. And then extend your legs long. Bend the elbows, press into the hands. And once again, send your hips back for a child's pose. Resting here just a couple of breaths. Smoothing out your inhales and your exhales. Soften the face, soften the jaw. As you're ready, start to lift up, come down onto your seat. We'll practice Janu Sirsasana here. Extend your right leg long, bend the left knee, left foot to the inside of your right thigh. On an inhale, sit tall, reach the arms up. As you exhale, forward fold over your right leg. Now, knowing that your right leg might not totally be straight here, and that's fine, you can always use a strap to help forward fold. Do be mindful that your shoulders are away from your ears. And just with each exhale, maybe noticing if you get a little more softening happening in the back of the body allows you to fold even a half a centimeter deeper. Just staying present and aware in our yoga practice. Inhale. As you exhale, slowly release, sit back up, and then left foot flat. Point the left knee up towards the sky. Bring your left arm behind you. Inhale, reach the right arm up. And then as you exhale, take a twist here, twisting over the left leg. Left arm behind for support. Inhale to sit tall. Exhale, maybe twisting deeper. And then again, just check that your extended leg, the right leg, is still nice and long and the toes are pointed up straight towards the sky. Inhale, bring your head to center. Exhale, unwind. And then switch the sides. Extend your left leg long. Bend the right knee in. Sole of the foot to the inside of your left thigh. On an inhale, sit tall. Reach your arms up. As you exhale, forward fold any amounts. Again, use a strap. That's fine. Maybe there's a little bend in your left leg. That's also fine. Shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, try to lengthen your spine. Exhale, maybe it's a deeper fold, but just again, staying present in the body to see if there gets any more space created as you're in the pose. Eyes could always be opened or closed, up to you. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, come on back up to seated. And then right foot flat, point the knee up towards the sky. Bring your right arm behind you. Inhale, reach your left arm up. Exhale, hug the right knee as you twist open. Again, right arm behind you for support. Be mindful that there's no rounding anywhere in your back and that your left leg, extended leg, the toes are still pointed straight up towards the sky. Inhale to get longer in your spine. Exhale, maybe a deeper twist, but again, not forcing anything. Inhale, bring your head to center. Exhale, unwind. And then slowly bend the knees. Go ahead and lower down onto your back for the last time. Hug the knees into the chest here, and then bend the knees deeply into the armpits. Reach the soles of the feet up towards the sky for a happy baby pose. You can grab on your hamstrings here, or maybe you can reach up and grab the inner or the outer arches of your feet. Gently rocking if you'd like, or maybe just a static hold. And then once you're satisfied, releasing into final resting pose, Shavasana. The legs are long, the arms are down by your sides. And you can go ahead and release whatever breath control you were maintaining, even inhales and exhales, and just go back to observing the natural flow of breath in your body. Noticing that you're going to get distracted, sensations are going to come up, sounds are going to happen, but ultimately always coming back to your present moment awareness, using your breath to do that. Our quote today comes from Seneca, and it reads, "Not how long, but how well you have lived is the main thing." A couple more moments to relax and enjoy final resting pose, Shavasana. Begin to deepen your breathing. Circle the wrists and the ankles, wiggle the fingers and the toes, making larger movements as you're ready. And take your time, bend the knees, roll off onto the side, pausing a moment in the fetal position. Find something to be grateful for in the fetal position. And then slowly rise and join me in a seated position, and we'll close class together here. Once you're upright, join the palms in front of the heart. Again, eyes opened or closed, that's up to you. But just take the time to honor your intention one last time for class today. Join me by bringing the hands to the forehead to remind us to have clear and loving thoughts. The hands to the heart to remind us to have clear and loving intentions. And our hands to the mouth to remind us to have clear and loving communications. And join me as we send positive energy out to all beings everywhere. Thank you very much for joining me for class today. I hope you enjoyed. I have an advanced version of this practice available on my channel as well. You can check that out when you're ready for more of a challenge.